Around March this year, I went ahead and obviously brought you a story about the 19-year-old player who plays in Argentina, that is Anselmino. And I was like, United are really eyeing for him or looking at him to see if he becomes one of the center forwards. And I told you that the player wanted to obviously get a team that allows him to obviously get into their team. And by then, Manchester United had a plan to see to it that they obviously get in this player and loan him. But right now, looks like Man United are really in for this player and they're really working tooth and nail. Then we're going to be talking about Luke Shaw and his situation with the English national team and Harry Maguire's situation into the mix. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And we're here to bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Now, the Muslims Barakallahu Fikum, because Lord God really does the best. 300 likes smash this video and don't forget to obviously subscribe. Now let's obviously start it off with a story coming in through from Diarios. They are telling us that Manchester United are set to move for Aaron Anselmino. Aaron Anselmino, United are set to move in for him. And we got a story from Grammy Bailey that Manchester United held talks over a deal for Anselmino earlier this summer. Manchester United remain keen. Boca Juniors' stance is that they would rather not sell the teenager this summer transfer window, but he has a release clause. And what's the release clause of his 19-year-old defender? It goes for the release clause goes for the release clause goes for the release clause goes for 21 million pounds. That is a release clause for Anselmino, and that's what Boca Juniors really want. They don't want any negotiations. And today we happen to get a very beautiful story coming in through from the side of Boca of TYC Sport coming in from Argentina, and they've told us that Boca Juniors believe that there is concrete chance that Manchester United will submit a proposal for centre-back Aaron Anselmino in the coming days. Chelsea have already made a £14 million bid for Anselmino, which is being considered by Boca Juniors. Now, I've told you that United, all Anselmino bidding war on, meaning that United are planning to enter the bidding war. And you know to it that when you enter to go in the bidding war, you have to obviously go out and really outcompete the person that has always gone ahead obviously make a bid. But you cannot rule out a situation of of Boca Juniors using Manchester United to see to it that Chelsea goes ahead to obviously do the needful and obviously top up that bid to 21 million pounds, because I believe they are not short of those 7 million pounds, but they just want to see whether Boca Juniors can be tempted to see to it that they get those 7 million pounds from the player. And the reason as to why I believe we should go in for Anselmino is, if you are to go in for Gerard Braithwaite, right, we'll need another cheaper central defender because Matthias De Ligt is really expensive, 42 million pounds. Lenny Yoro is another expensive player, 50 million pounds plus, and we need a right-sided centre-back. So, if United are planning to obviously go ahead and do the deal of Gerard Braithwaite, we'll need another central defender, as Lindelof and Maguire are obviously going to be moved on. That's in the pipeline, but wait to see on which terms a deal will be agreed into the mix. So, for Manchester United, they'll need a defender like him because he's cheap and he's just 21 years of age. And when you look at how Erik ten Hag turned into Lisandro Martinez into the defender that he is right now, because they got him from a team in Argentina and brought him straight to Ajax, and it turned out to be a very good defender. I think Anselmino can obviously be developed into a very good defender by Erik ten Hag, because we just have to admit that United is in the rebuild phase. If you're having Gerard Braithwaite and Lisandro Martinez as your preferred centre-back partnership for the club of Manchester United, with Camboala, Evans and Anselmino three other defenders walk or in the way to see to it that things go on as planned, I think all is well always. From here, I believe it's always well because you'll be having Kambuala, he can come in through, Evans can come in through, and Anselmino can come in through, and obviously with us playing into the UEFA Europa League, you might really start testing him that side and really give him the best that he deserves as a player. So Anselmino to Man United is back in the news, and wait and see how things are going to pan out. But Chelsea have gone here to put in a bid of how many £1 million? 14, and is short by 7. And United have gone ahead to have huge interest in this player. Ten Hag loves the player, and we wait to see how this pans out. But United, with its limited budget, you look at such a player and say, get him in and see how things go on, because in the pecking order, he might not be like a third choice or fourth choice at the beginning of the season, but I know with time he might come in through and obviously put in a very big shift. For example, if he comes in through and really plays for the side of Manchester United, right, and like in the Euros, he really puts in a very huge performance. For the manager I know, in Erik ten Hag, there is no way he will not really get him into the starting 11. And if I told you Anselmino and United are in for you, and you believe that everything can go on as planned, then why don't you really give the team what it really deserves? You understand? So I really believe that a lot is really gonna come up to see to it that all goes on as well. But I think it's a good deal that we are supposed to do. But the question is, can we really beat the side of Chelsea on this deal? That is the huge question that everyone is asking himself. Can we go ahead and really beat Chelsea on a deal like this of Anselmino? You understand? So that is the hugest ask that we are having in our face, and I don't know exactly how things are really going to be panning out. But Chelsea is really ahead of Manchester United. But are we going to enter into a bidding war? You get? Because Chelsea is already there, and Man United is also trying to go in there for you. And I think we should get in this defender. Get him in. Gerard Braithwaite, done deal. But I believe the reason as to why Manchester United hasn't gone ahead to make a decision onto Anselmino, and they're taking their time, is because they need to first get in their preferred centre-back, as money is their problem. And they know they're going to really be holding talks this week, and it's going to be the next story I'm going to be dropping in here for you to see that all goes on as well, you know. And I think they cannot bring in Anselmino before they obviously get in our first choice centre-back signing, because if you spend £21 million on him, yet you are really negotiating a deal with Everton, Everton will be like, you see, that means you have money, you know, get us more. So the best way is first get the deal of Gerard Braithwaite out of the way. And as I told you, this week is going to be very crucial, because United is going to be really doing a lot this week. Erik ten Hag is back at Carrington, and he's going to be really conducting meetings and obviously preparing for the preseason as the players are set to return, especially those players that haven't gone ahead to play in the Euros. For example, Bissaka, Malacia, Maguire, Evans, Kambuala, Onana, Casemiro, Amadi Diallo, Anthony, Marcus Rashford. Those kind of players are going to be back. Plus those players like Hannibal are going to be back in the mix. Donny van de Beek, Jadon Sancho, you understand? They're going to be back in the mix, and Erik ten Hag is going to be really having those players like in the next 2 weeks from now. So we wait and see how that pans out, but there's a possibility that United might enter the Anselmino bidding war. So we wait, but it's not as concrete as that of Chelsea. Chelsea are really moving far and far and far and far and far. They've gone ahead to put in a bid, and you're waiting to see what the results are really going to be for the side of Chelsea after that deal, after that bid has gone ahead to be made. Now, after that, let's obviously talk about Luke Shaw. Erik ten Hag is one of those that told us that Luke Shaw is going to play his first game for England after the group stages. And Gareth Southgate has also gone ahead, obviously, reiterate the words of the manager of Manchester United, known as Erik ten Hag, and has said Luke Shaw is not available against Slovenia today. He's not ready yet. That's what the manager of England has gone here to say. And for me, the reason as to why I want Luke Shaw to obviously play those 1 or 2 games into the Euros, I would love to see to it that he gets that as his pre-season. Like, that should be his pre-season eve. Gets onto the pitch, play some games, and then he will join the club of Manchester United. He's one of the players that I believe will join the club of Manchester United straight in the pre-season after the Euros are really done, because he never played a lot of football last season. But you obviously have to criticize what this manager is doing, because you ask, with Luke Shaw not fit, and you know he has gone ahead to get very many setbacks, why would you not go with the side of Ben Chilwell? Today when I was in the salon where I obviously trim my hair from, I got a call. Sorry, I was really having a discussion with my barber, and he was like, why does Manchester United have to do such stuff? Manchester United is a very good team, you get? And it being a very good team, so why does England have to do such things and not take in Ben Chilwell, you know? And they had to take Trent Alexander-Arnold, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kylian Trippier. Those would serve a better purpose as right backs, and at least they would have gone ahead to go with Ben Chilwell and Luke Shaw, and see to it that Benjamin Chilwell gives them the right balance. When you look at England, they only attack from one wing, and I think that affects them hugely at the side of England. They're supposed obviously coming through and not attack from only one side. I believe they should be attacking in from better ends of the game. So Luke Shaw is still really not yet fit to get into the race of the side called the Euros. But they are playing Slovenia today, and they need to see to it that all really goes on as well. And Kobbie Mainoo is expected not to start, because instead of really getting in Kobbie Mainoo, they've decided to obviously get in Conor Gallagher into that midfield. Now, John Stones has come out and told us how far they're missing a man called Harry Maguire. He said he's missed by the England group massively, and I hope to see him back soon. So, obviously, however much McGahey has gone ahead to come in and obviously put in a very beautiful shift, I understand that you guys know how Harry Maguire is going to hit to form a very better partnership with the side of England. And I tell you, Maguire is going to hit to have his best season at Manchester United in 2023-2024. Like him or hate him, he has been one of the most defenders in the club of Manchester United. And though injuries have gone to affect us a lot, but Harry Maguire has shown his capability and deliberate intent to really be a good defender. And I think would have gone ahead to offer better into that central defense, but he's really away and they're missing him. But obviously the guy is making a very huge impact. That is McGahey, and that's why you see to it that when he played for England the first game, you saw to it that he got linked to Manchester United, Arsenal, and every other team that really needs in a central defender. But for Manchester United, I don't think that we can hurry into getting in a left-sided centre-back. We should get in a right-sided centre-back, and that's why we are so much clinging on to Gerard Braithwaite, because he's a double-footed player. He is comfortable on the ball with his right and comfortable with the ball on his left. That is Gerard Braithwaite for you. So that is what we had for you in here onto the United Matters channel. Tell me your thoughts about Anselmino bidding war. United planning to enter this bidding war because Chelsea has gonna hit obviously put in £14 million as a bid. Do you think we can win that war? Then after, coming through and tell me your thoughts about the side of Luke Shaw, who is really not gonna take part into the last group game of England, and it said he's gonna be playing the first the first game in the knockout stages. And lastly, what do you make about the man himself, Harry Maguire, being missed by England? Good morning. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims barakallahu fikum, and we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ and the good spirits of our family and your families under the divine the divine supervision of the living true God. May them really cover you up. We out. Bye-bye.